Evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for an update on this unified scale auto content creator build. So, as some of you know, we're all building the 70 Roadrunner or the 70 GTX, which is basically the same body style. And Mark Batson picked out the build. You'll have to excuse me tonight. I've got the puppy down here with me. Normally she's not down here, but so if she starts barking, not my fault. Just wanted to give you an update on it, just let you know where I'm at. I have done some work on the chassis. And I've done some work.
Here are matches for the chassis.
Sorry, got my other phone going, my work phone. So did some work on the chassis. First thing I'll tell you is I'm kind of building this stock box or box stock, but not. I'm making a few adjustments, but when you're building like that, I think personally, you've got to do some weathering to add character. So what I've done to the bottom is I've added some nice weathering here. Did it before I really put any parts on, to add the dirt texture look to it. I just did some brown Tamiya panel liner wash. Painted the whole thing with semi-gloss black, but then did that with the wash. I painted this just a silver lacquer, and then I did the wash, and that came out really good. I'm liking the look. I highlighted some of the bolts. I also took some gray oil paints and dry brushed just over the highlights, so you see these rails and stuff, see these things stick out, just to make it more interesting than your average build. I also got some paint on the car. The paint came out great. MCW paints. I painted it with dark burnt orange metallic, and this is actually a color for the car. Now, I made a mistake on this car. I did a black primer thinking that color would make it stand out. It would be a deeper, darker color. I got the dark, but it just kind of came out chocolate. So I wasn't a fan of that. So I dunked it in the tank and then took the paint off and started again. But, you know, mistakes are part of building. And wheels came out great. The dog dishes are from Parts by Parks. The white letter decals are actually from Fireball Model Works. So, and the actual rim itself. Now, this kit comes with different set of rims, and it's not actually right for the car. It's they kind of look like cop wheels to me. But I like how these came out. Now, typically how I do these with the decals is I will basically rub off the surface with lacquer thinner. And then I will put the decals down, and then I will cover those decals with a flat. And the flat of choice this time around was Testors. And I just brushed it. I thinned it out real thin and brushed it on there, and it came out great. Did the sand on the tread, but these are gonna be awesome. They're gonna look great on there. Let's see if I can. My depth perception is not good. So yeah, that's gonna look great. All right, some of the other things I did. So the kit comes with this rear end that's kind of all one piece. It's got this molded together. So what I've done, it also has the exhaust pipes molded. So I got rid of that and I separated the exhaust pipes. The one thing about these exhaust pipes is I used an old kit I don't know if I can get it to focus or not. I think let's see, there we go. It's got a sink in that, so I'll have to fill that, no big deal. When I do a sink mark fill, I usually use sprue goo and thin it out and basically get it to go on there. And then I wait a few hours to get it hard, and then see where we're at. But that's what I typically use. I want it to be native. If it's on the car, if I find some issue on the car, I will typically use super glue, because it doesn't shrink. You don't have to worry about it. So that's it for the car. Wanted to do a mail call. So one of the things for 2023 is up the game. I want to go into a different genre and try some things that are different. I noticed last year or this year, I wasn't getting involved with too many group builds, and I was getting stretched in a bunch of different directions, and I lost my inspiration to build because I wasn't building things that I love to build. But you know, there is something to be said about building cars as a model builder for customers when they come calling. So a lot of these builds that I did were specific to their automobile. So got a couple more coming up. But one of the things that I wanted to do next year is I wanted to go to airplanes, and I wanted to try, to do a little airplane building. So I went out and bought one of these. For those who don't know, Infinity, it's a Harder and Steenbeck detail brush. It's probably one of the best on the market. There's better detail brushes, but this one skirts the edge of detail and all in one. It came with 2 needles, so it's got a 0.2 and a 0.4. It also comes with 2 cups, a small cup and the larger 50 ml cup. And the trigger mechanism on this is different, and it's a lot more smooth. And I notice my clips, it's very difficult to get a feel for that trigger when you pull it back to a certain number. Sometimes it'll squirt a lot of paint, sometimes it won't. So I think this will be a good addition. This will be used for lacquer paints and bodies. A lot of people talk about these 0.2 needles not being big enough to spray bodies, but they are. Paul over at what is it, International Scale Modeler, he uses a 0.2. He used to use an Evolution 0.2, and he had no problems at all. I think personally, when you're dealing with those more aggressive paints, like your splash paints, your zero paints, gravity paints, these lacquer-based kind of automotive paints, I think that having a 0.2 needle will help you control the paint a little bit more. You just want to miss that on, and having that ability and more flexibility with your spray pattern, I think will help me quite a bit. So that's why I made this purchase. So I think that's it for now. Let me know what you think, and I'm not a YouTuber, so I don't do the notification and ring the bell and all that stuff. So just let me know if you like it or not, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, guys. It's Terry. I'm out.